Hey sweeties, it's DeeDee. Welcome back to the Dollhouse and the first Friday sewing vlog of 2023. So in true DeeDee fashion, this first sewing vlog of 2023 is working on project leftover from 2022. Getting off to a great start. In case you are unfamiliar with my Friday sewing vlog format, you will be forgiven. It has been an eternity since I did one of these. So here's what's the deal. Starting from today, I will do 7 days of sewing and share what I'm working on. So that might be me talking to you. It might be me showing you what I'm working on, like at the sewing machine or whatever, what have you, cutting, pressing, such and such and such. But I just want to, it's very informal is the point. It's just you and me talking like friends. Put it on in the background while you do your own projects or what have you. It's more of a accountability. It's more of an accountability tool for me. So watch it if you enjoy it. Give it a like, subscribe to the channel. But this really is to make sure that I do what I want to do. So it is the, what's today? It is the 20th of January. There is exactly 1 month until my birthday. That has nothing to do with this. I just wanted to say it. Start your countdown. And yeah, the projects that I'm working on, like I mentioned, are leftover from last year. So I started making a buffalo plaid gunny sacks inspired dress that was supposed to be worn to Thanksgiving, but then my boys got the flu and we didn't end up going to Thanksgiving. So then it was supposed to be for Christmas and everyone was going to wear buffalo plaid for Christmas, and I didn't end up finishing it. And then it was going to be a project to work on while I was at my parents' house, and then I didn't end up working on it. So I have that plaid gunny sacks dress that I need to work on. This is the inspiration image for that dress. It's it's a gunny sacks dress. I'll put all the pertinence about the dress, obviously, and I will link the pin in the description if you want to go and look at it for yourself. I have seen it on a few like auction sites, eBay, but most of them are sold out and all of them are outside of my price range. So I will not be purchasing that dress, though I love it. And I do want to recreate it in velvet at some point. At this point, I'm just working on figuring out the shapes, the pattern pieces and stuff like that, because I don't think this one is going to turn out the way I want it to. I don't think this is it, but it's a good starting point. I am using a plaid fleece a buffalo plaid fleece from Joann's and a quilting cotton. It's like a white on white printed quilting cotton. Funny story, the quilting cotton that I have 2 different white on white floral printed quilting cottons. So like most of the skirt is out of one of them, and there's like a couple ruffles that are out of a different one, and then I think the sleeves are going to be out of something different than the yoke. It's kind of a travesty, but you know, I'm not returning the fabric, so, and I'm not recutting. So we're here. I'm using a few different patterns for that. Like I'm stealing bits and pieces from all over, different dress patterns, different sleeve patterns. But I will get more into that when I work on that to show you all of those pertinent pieces of information. The next project that I'm working on it was supposed to be a 1-day make. And it ended up not being a 1-day make because my sewing machine at my parents' house broke. Yeah, that's why it's not a 1-day make. Anyway, it is a deer and doe Sirocco. I am obsessed with the deer and doe Sirocco. I made one last year for my cruise wardrobe collection thing that I did. I learned about the Deer Dose Rocco from Sean of Kittenish Behavior, who is one of my favorite sewing YouTubers. If you don't follow her, do follow her. Go subscribe to her channel. Like, go subscribe to her channel. But yeah, I love the Deer Dose Rocco. It's super simple. It's so pretty. Every person I've seen wear a Deer Dose Rocco, it looks good on them. It's basically Sisterhood of the Traveling Jumpsuit. It's the best thing. And I have this white and gold stretch fleece from Joann's that I've had for 2 or 3 years. It's been in the stash. I bought it to make pajamas, like a onesie, like a Christmas onesie. Never ended up making it, and it's just been hanging out. And I thought it would be a really good traveling outfit for when we flew back from Arizona. Obviously, that didn't end up happening because I didn't end up finishing it. But I do still want to make it and finish it, and I'm excited for it. So that is the second project on the list. Third is when every year for Christmas, not every year, but for most years for Christmas, we spend the day before Christmas, Christmas Day, and the day after Christmas in Flagstaff, Arizona. We go play in the snow. We go skiing. It's fun. We're not cold weather people. So we get like 3 days of cold weather at Christmas, white Christmas, that whole energy, get the snow for Christmas. And then we go back to where it's warm and we don't do that anymore. And my younger sister, her new boyfriend, he takes pictures. He's a photographer. He has a really good camera. And she thought it would be fun for us to take pictures in the snow. And I'm a fairy. I identify as fae. Don't at me. And so she thought it would be really cute to do snow fairy pictures. And so I thought it would be really cool to make a costume for that. I never finished that costume because of course I didn't, because I'm me and I'm a garbage pail human. So yeah, I want to finish that. And then there's a place 3.5, 4 hours from where I live that has snow. So I want to finish that and go there and take pictures. So yeah. Problem here being that the inspiration for that costume is this image from Pinterest, right? This image is from Firefly Path on their Instagram. And I was like, oh, this is beautiful. I want to make this thing. And obviously Firefly Path has made it, so it's possible to be made. Come to find out, the image is AI generated. It is not a Firefly Path dress. No one has made this thing before. It is a joke. It is an illusion. It is not real. And I have now created this image in my head of a dress that I want to own, a costume that I want to make, that is a fallacy. It is not a real thing. It does not exist. The limit does not exist. And I want it, so I have to make it. And so trying to translate what is not a real dress into a real thing is, it's difficult. And I am not the most skilled sewist on a regular day with a pattern from a pattern company, with instructions, with all the fabric that I need laid out in front of me, with someone holding my hand, walking me through it. I'm not very good. So with me out here trying to figure it out for myself, make it up as I go along, build this outlandish thing out of my own mind brain, it's not going well. It's taking much longer than I thought it would. There's corsetry involved. I'm assuming, I didn't plan on it, but I'm thinking I'm going to have to build some kind of understructure for the skirt, because that ain't going to hold itself out to those levels just on the strength of it being polyester satin from Joann's. Like, mistakes were made, you guys. Mistakes were made. And yeah. But I want the costume, so I'm going to have to do it. And The last project is not a holdover from last year, technically, so much as it's a project I came up with the idea for last year and then didn't actually make. I'm decorating our house. And one of the boys' bedroom is going to be superhero themed. And I want to make a clothes organizer for their bedroom, like one of those hanging closet organizers to put the clothes that they're going to wear every day for the week. I think it would help me to have their clothes already picked out before, the day starts. It's one less task to complete in the morning before drop off. So I want to make a clothes organizer for their closet, and I want to do obviously it in the superhero theme. So uh, I have the duck cotton canvas from Joann's in, some superhero colors: red, blue, purple, green, black, white. And I have vinyl. I'm going to make this closet organizer. I saw a pattern for it. I will link that in the description if you're interested. I found a pattern for it that's just kind of been on my phone for months. So I want to try that. Like I mentioned, I am not very good at sewing. I am even less good at sewing utility items. I tried to make a ball pit net because we have a lot of those ball pit balls because we have an indoor bouncy castle for the boys. Is that weird? Is that extra? We have an indoor bouncy castle, and so we have bouncy castle balls, and I wanted to make a ball pit to hold the bouncy castle balls when they're not in the bouncy castle, because the bouncy castle doesn't live in the house all the time. It's like one of those things we pull out for the weekends and then we put away during the week. But yeah, that never materialized. I've tried to make like pouches, purses, backpacks, yarn bags. I'm very unsuccessful. I'm even more unsuccessful at that than I am at just regular sewing. So I'm not looking forward to this. But it's such a specific project that I don't know if it's something I'm going to be able to source elsewhere. I mean, everything's on Amazon. Somebody on Etsy has probably already had this idea, but I bought the fabric, I bought the vinyl. I want to make it. So that's the other thing that's on the to-do list for this week. I just realized this video is just for this week. So the priority is the One Day Make Sirocco, the Buffalo Plaid Gunny Sacks remake, Gunny Sacks inspired dress, and then the clothes organizer, I guess. Here's the thing. There's an expiration date on the Snow Fairy because the snow is going to melt eventually. So maybe the Snow Fairy should be higher priority. I'm going to check the weather and see what it's looking like for snow. And then that'll let us know if Snow Fairy needs to be a higher priority. But long story, super long. This video is going to be forever and a half long if I don't get to get it. So I'm going to go make coffee. And I'll be back with more this. I'm at Joann's. I'm trying to pick trim for the Buffalo Plaid Gunny Sax dress. I grabbed a bunch of black trims because I just like black trim. I'm gonna have to find a white trim to go on the cuffs of the sleeves and stuff. But I think for the most part, I'm gonna do black trim because the Buffalo Plaid is red and black, and I like that color combination. I really want double-ended trim, so something that has, because it's gonna be overlaid. It's not gonna be stitched into a seam, so I want something that has two edges of trim. And this is pretty much all I can find. I'm probably not gonna go with this one because it's stretchy, and I don't particularly like that. I like this one because it's very small and dainty, but also floral, which is kind of, I think, very Gunny Sax, very pastoral, fits the theme. This one's really pretty, and I don't know. I don't know. It's pretty, but I don't think it's what I want. This has got leather cord inside, like faux leather cord. I I feel like they have something like this that has velvet, and that's what I want, but I don't see it here. And this one has the velvet, and then it's got like this pleated polyester fabric that I'm not particularly impressed by. So it's looking like it's probably going to be this one, and then maybe this one if I can find something that is like this, like a bead lace that has velvet ribbon running through it. That'll be what I go with for certain. But right now, these two are looking like our strongest contenders. I'm just not enamored with this pleated fabric. It's just not the vibe I'm going for. I'm going for very like natural fiber, organic, pastoral, nature type situation, and this feels very synthetic to me. But we'll see. Do you see this trim? I absolutely love it. It's got beads and sequins. It's sparkly. It's definitely not appropriate for my Gunny Sax cottagecore thing that I'm trying to do, but I'm kind of obsessed with it. Maybe for another project. What is this? This is so pretty. This puts me in the mind of like an Ankara, like something African. I think I'm just a magpie. It's the beads and the sequins. My body wants them. I wish I could find this in black. This is almost exactly what I want. Except I want this ribbon to be velvet. If they had this in black, I would buy it immediately. I wonder if they have a thin velvet ribbon, like black velvet ribbon that I could thread through that trim and just like replace the ribbon. This one's pretty too. But that's like stitching. I don't know, you guys. I don't know. Oh, I found the black velvet ribbon. I like this. I love this. I love black velvet ribbon. I just think it's so classy. I wonder if I could just thread this through here. No, it's much too wide. Maybe just get the black velvet ribbon. Maybe just get that. This is difficult. This, do you see this? I want this trim, but black. Where is that? What section of the store is this in? Even if it was red or white, but it isn't. So, the search continues. Everything is so orange. I don't know if that's gonna be corrected for. My light in my house is so orange. Okay, so yesterday no sewing got done, but I did go to Joann's, and I just want to show you guys the things that I picked up from Joann's. So first, I got this. This is I don't know if you remember, like 2 years ago, Joann's was doing like skin tone fabrics in the Casa collection. So this is the Casa Solid Souffle Mesh back when they were doing skin tone, and this is the dark cocoa. I bought this was on the last chance fabric rack, so it was 70% off sticker price, and I bought this entire bolt. With I bought everything that was on the bolt, which turned out to be an entire bolt. I think it comes in
because I think this is an 8-yard bolt, and there's 7 yards in one continuous piece, and then there's an additional 1 yard that I got as a remnant that was cut off. So I guess I have 8 yards worth of flesh tone mesh, and this is the one that's closest to my skin tone, so uh, it'll be the best illusion, flesh illusion for me. They did have the shade darker. They have the shade lighter. I don't know how much of that they had, and then they had some of the the lightest skin tones. But this one's mine, so I got a whole bolt of that. That ended up costing me like $31 before coupon. Then I got 12 inches of fusible interfacing for the cuffs of the buffalo plaid gunny sack dress. This is just regular Pellon fusible interfacing. Nothing special. I got an invisible zipper for the buffalo plaid gunny sack dress because I think I'm going to need a zipper. I originally had thought that I was going to be able to get, with the opening at the neck, I would be able to get my head in and that would be okay. But I'm kind of thinking, what about getting your arms into the armholes, like the sleeves and stuff? So I bought a zipper for just in case. We'll see if I need it. I bought 2 patterns. The butterick patterns were $1.99. So I bought 2 patterns. I bought this retro 80s pattern, which is, I think you can tell this is for the cottage wardrobe, the houseware projects, the January houseware projects. This is for that. And then I bought this pirate costume because I have a project planned for September, October, November time. It's not a Halloween costume project, but I do have a plan for a project. And this is perfect for the project that I have planned. So that's awesome that they have it there. And then I love the Joann's bags. I have a lot of them. I usually buy the ones that come out every season. So this is one of the newer ones. This is How We Roll, and it's got yarn on it. They didn't have a no, that's a lie. They did have a Valentine's specific bag, but it was one of the extra large bags. And I don't tend to use the extra large bags. So I bought this to house my Valentine's Day costuming project, which is in this FedEx bag. So this is your sneak peek of my Valentine's costume project. And this is some pink micro suede from Fashion Fabrics LA. It shipped really quickly. It's very nice quality. It feels nice, and I'm very excited for the project that's going to come out of that. But I needed a bag to put it in because I like using these Joann's reusable tote bags for holding projects. And even though I have a lot of them, I haven't finished a project such that I can put the Valentine's project into one of those bags. So I had to get a new one.
Hey, sweeties. It's Thursday, and I'm just getting back to this. So I sewed Friday, finished the Sirocco, and then I haven't sewn anything since Friday, and it's Thursday. So things are going well, obviously. I'm working on the buffalo plaid Gunny Sacks inspired dress. I was doing the sleeves. Things were going well. I sewed the sleeves, the 2 sleeves, sewed the cuffs, and now I can't find my fusible interfacing for the cuffs, which is a concern because I know I bought it. And that's the last step. Interface the cuffs, attach them to the sleeve, and then attach the sleeve to the bodice. And then once I attach the sleeves to the bodice, there's nothing else to do but figure out how to attach the overdress to the bodice. Also figure out what I'm doing with the neckline, because the neckline on this buddy is not going to be like the neckline on the Inspiration Green Velvet Gunny Sax dress. Funny story, I bought fabric to make another one. I still haven't bought all the trims to finish this one, and I ordered fabric from Joann's last night to make another one. It's like this pink and black plaid, like bias plaid fleece, and then a white on white polka dot quilting cotton that I bought from Joann's last night. I was going to get a pink cotton velveteen from Farmhouse Fabrics, but that fabric's like $27 a yard, and I haven't perfected my pattern yet, so I'm not going to do that. So remember how I said for cottagecore, the cottagecore robe, I was going to start like housewear and then do lingerie, and then I'm just apparently going to perfect this. So this is life. This is reality. Hopefully I can get this to a place. Bless me. Pardon me. Hopefully I can get this to a place where I can produce the dress that's in my head so then I can move on. But it seems like I'm stuck here for a while. I need to make it. And I need it to be right. And then, hopefully, I can move on and do something else. But until such time, we're doing this. And I think I'm just going to finish the plaid Gunny Sax, the buffalo plaid Gunny Sax inspired dress, and then move on to probably the Snow Fairy. I don't know. It's starting to get warm here, and I got to finish the Snow Fairy before the snow melts. So that's the movement for today. Talk to you later. Also, it's daytime. It's like 10 in the morning. Majesty's here. He's up, kicking it. But yeah. I don't know what I guess I've said that because the only other time you've seen me sewing was late at night. And so I was saying, hey, I do sew during the day too. Guess that was the whole point of that. Anyway, I'm gonna go bye. Sweeties, DeeDee, happy Sunday. So yesterday I went to Joann's. I picked up remember I told you I ordered fabric to make another Gunny Sax inspired dress to like do it properly. I picked up that fabric. This is gonna be really noisy. I don't want to cut this, but I need this open. So okay, got the bag open. Haha. So I got this pink bias plaid fleece from Joann's. Like, you guys, I'm not cool. Okay? I'm not trendy or anything. I'm just this is me. This is who I am. So I got 3 yards of this, and then I got 4 yards of this. Side note, can you hear my boys in the background having a meltdown? This is, I mean, you're not going to be able to see it. It's white on white polka dots, cotton. I thought that would be, yeah, you definitely can't see the pokey spots. But it's very soft. I don't think this is quilting cotton. I think this might be apparel cotton. It's very soft. Either way, I almost ordered more fabric yesterday. Yesterday they had like, was the last day of the 2-day fleece sale where Joann's had fleece for $2.99, that's normally $7.99. I almost ordered 2 more 3-yard cuts of fleece. One that was like a red, green, black Christmas plaid, like bias Christmas plaid, and one that was like a cream background with florals. I almost bought them. I tried to make the purchase twice on 2 different cards and it didn't work. And that's the only reason that I didn't buy them. It was only like $20. I also bought this fabric was on the 70%. It was on that last chance 70% off area where I bought the same place that I bought that flesh toned mesh. So they had this, and it's sea creatures, and it's stretchy. It's like one of those pop fabrics, but it's last chance. So it was 70% off. It was $2 a yard, and I got 2 yards and some, like 2 3/8 yards. I got whatever was left on the bolt. And I'm gonna make t-shirts for the boys for the cruise this summer. And then maybe there'll be a little bit left for me to do something for me because, kids' clothes don't take that much and my kids are not big. Master wears like 6. Majesty wears a 3, 4. Like, my kids are very small, so they're not, all this fabric is not going to get used for that. So I'm excited to have this. I'm very selfish with my making, knitting, sewing, anything. I make things for me because I know how long it takes. I know how much work goes into it. So I know that I'm going to appreciate it. And I don't really make things for other people. I just don't. I'll feel bad about it. Like, it's what it is. But yeah, this will be fun to make things for the boys. And I was working on Snow Fairy yesterday. I finished. This is 1/2 of the bodice for the Snow Fairy. I'm kind of obsessed. I might put you down on the table so you can see it a little bit better. But like, look at that. Look at the piping in that seam. And that seam is like extra super curvy. This is not, this is the fashion layer, like the over bodice layer. So there's line for the bodice, there's lining, and then there's like not the support layer, there's the stiffening layer, and then there's this fashion layer over the top. So I'm probably going to use the same fabric for the lining, and it's I think this is the matte satin from Joann's. Who knows? So I'm going to use that, and then I have the duck canvas for the lining. And where is the canvas? Where's the lining? Is this it? Or are these just the canvas? These are the scraps. No, those are just the scraps. I really want to show you all the difference between the line. Oh, there it is. Okay. So this is the lining, right? And it's very traditional, like corset shape. So it's got like front, side, side, back. It's very, very traditional, like princess seam in the front. And then these blue lines that are drawn on it are the kind of like fashion over like layer lines. So it's less traditional corset lines and more just like cool fairy shapes. Because like I thought this looked very fairy, like very fey, very organic shapes. It's a lot of like curves and squiggles and like look at that. This is the center front and then the side front. And then it's got this like it's kind of I guess like a gusset almost. But like if you look at the lining, that is the gusset was part of the side and then part of the side front that just got cut out. You know what I mean? I just think it's really cool. I think it's very interesting. And then with this stiffening layer, I'm going to put boning in it so that it'll retain its shape. And this overlayer will kind of sit on top and be really cool and fey, floaty, imaginative. Anyway, I thought that was cool. I need to do the other side. And I'm going to film that for the video about this project. But I wanted to do one by myself to kind of work out the kinks. And there were some kinks. I made bias tape for this and then attached the bias tape. And I made the smart move of marking the stitching line so that I could get the bias tape matched up to the stitching line. But I think what I'm going to do for the second time around is I'm going to baste the bias tape to the seam first. Like, baste the bias tape to 1/2. So if I'm putting like 1 and 2 together, baste the bias tape into piece 1, then put piece 2 over, pin that, and then sew. Because I was pinning. My phone's ringing. Hold on.
What's that one do?
What? That makes the sewing go backwards.
Oh, what does that one do?
Which one?
That one.
That's for holding the thread tension.
But what's that one?
That one's for winding the bobbin.
What's that one?
Which one?
That one.
That one's for winding the bobbin, baby.
What's that one?
That one's for holding thread.
What does that one do?
That's the needle, baby.
What is doing
Move your
that?
fingers, please.
Where's that one do?
That's for the needle case. Move your fingers.
Oh, where's that one do?
Hey, sweeties. It's DeeDee. It's Thursday night. It's bedtime, so it's time to wrap up this week's sewing vlog. Now, this vlog did cover 2 weeks instead of 1 week, just how it shook out. So, let's see. I finished the One Day Make Sirocco. That video will be on the channel soon. I worked on the Buffalo Plaid Gummy Sacks inspired dress. I didn't finish it. I still have to do, I have to put the interfacing on the cuffs, fuse the interfacing to the cuffs, attach the cuffs to the sleeves, attach the sleeves to the dress, obviously, attach the underbodice to the overdress, hem the overdress, attach the ruffle. And there's a zipper that needs to go in at some point. So quite a lot still left to do with that. Then I was also working on the Ice Fairy costume. I sewed together the fashion layer of the bodice. I still have to make the bodice lining. I sewed up the sleeves. I still have to finish the trim on the sleeves and attach the sleeve to the bodice. The underskirt needs to be hemmed. The overskirt, I attached the metallic silver bias tape and I hand stitched it in place, but it still needs some decoration. I have a bunch of sequins and beads that I'm going to put on the overskirt in an attempt to, well, 1, embellish the overskirt, but 2, to hold down the bias tape, because it probably needs like to be whip stitched. My bias tape isn't very thick. I made bias tape to make piping. I probably should have made some that was a little wider because the bias tape is very thin. It's not very wide. So that's still quite a bit of work that needs to be done for that. And then what was the other part? Oh, the clothes organizer for the boys' room. Did start it, didn't do nothing to it. Push it back, way back. So that's the end for this week. I mean, work was done. It was just, if I get to play with my sewing machine, I'm happy. I'm not going to complain. And I did. I got to get going, because in the next week, tomorrow, I have to start the Valentine's project. I think I've mentioned it, but I am making I don't know if I want to tell you. I mean, you'll see the project, but I don't know if I want to tell you what it is or if I'm keeping it a secret. Yeah, okay. I'm keeping it a secret. So, in the next week, I'm going to be starting my Valentine's costume project. I have done nothing towards the cottage wardrobe. I bought more fabric. Hold on. So you remember a few days ago I had said that I almost ordered more fleece and didn't because my card didn't go through? Well, I called Joann's. I called corporate. I called customer service to place my order. So this is the floral fleece that I was talking about. I got 3 yards of this. You guys already saw this one, so this isn't fleece. This is the stretch cotton, the pop fabric that I bought for the boys. I bought this one also from my local Joann's. I mean, I called corporate and got this from my local Joann's. It was 70% off. It is a underwater print, again, stretch knit from the pop collection. It was on 70% off clearance. It's got just like fish and seaweed and shells, but it's white with blue. And this is again to make cruise clothes for the children. And then I have this, oh, there's 2 yards of this. And then I have 2 yards of this fabric. Also, it's like navy blue with sunrises over water and little boats in water. And again, this is to make clothes for the children to wear on our cruise this summer. So I've been spending all of my money on this stuff, obviously, and not where it needs to be. I still need to buy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 fabrics for my Valentine's project, and I still haven't bought any fabric for the cottage wardrobe. I haven't decided, still haven't decided if I'm doing the January house clothes projects or the February lingerie projects. So that's the thing. Basically, I'm doing great. Okay. So we're just gonna let that rock. I will say I was editing some of the footage for this video and I'm not 100% happy with the footage. I was in my head, I was like, oh, I'll record a lot of like B-roll footage of just, the camera pushed back and me sewing, but I didn't really get much of that. A lot of what I recorded was footage for the standalone videos for these individual projects. And I don't talk to the camera a lot. Just like when I'm not used to that. And my home is generally noisy. The boys are usually about making sounds or just about making sounds. And I don't know how much of that I want to, force upon you as a viewer, but I do want to make a conscious effort in the next sewing vlog to have more B-roll and more of me talking to you. Because I think that's going to be what differentiates the sewing vlogs, the weekly sewing vlogs, from standalone project videos. In the standalone project videos, it's going to be more voiceover, watching me do a thing. I'm not creating tutorials, so it's not going to be me explaining how to do a thing, just like telling you what I'm doing, but in voiceover. That's kind of what I want to do in the standalone videos. So then these videos should be more informal, more personable, less worried about, things being perfect and more just a more casual interpersonal interaction. Let's start building up those parasocial relationships. All right, you and me, let's do it. So, yeah, okay. So that being said, I am all done for the night. I'm going to I was about to say I'm going to put away the sewing machine, but I'm probably not. Honestly, I got started making the ruffles for the sleeves for the snow fairy. You can't see this, but I have 2 more strips that need to get sewn. So I'm probably going to do some house cleaning, like get the house in order, uh, so that I can wake up to a clean house. And then if it's not after 1 o'clock when that's done, then I'm gonna finish these last two roughly strips that I have. And yeah, this is Casa Collection chiffon. I have 3 different shades of Casa Collection. No, I'm not doing that. I'm literally trying to sign off. So thank you so much for watching this week's sewing vlog. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give the video a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. If you want to see more videos like this from me, you can subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell to be notified every time I post a new video on this channel. For like your personal knowledge information, if you are looking at my thumbnails and you're wondering if this is the type of video that you would want to watch, all of the sewing videos like this are going to have a blue border around the thumbnail as a color code to help people, because I intend to in the future have like a variety of content on this channel, and not everyone is going to be interested in everything that I produce. And so I thought taking a page from Shaun of Kiddish Behavior to create a color code to help you kind of visually from the thumbnail know if this is the video you're going to be interested in. So this sewing vlog and videos like it will have blue borders around the thumbnail. So to differentiate, so if you are interested in sewing videos and not other kind, then you can just look for the videos that have blue borders around the thumbnail. Right. Okay. Yeah. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. It means so much to me that you're engaging with my content. And I really hope that you enjoyed it. If you would like to donate to my continued descent into madness and maybe buy me a coffee, I have my Ko-fi account linked in the description of this video. Okay. Yeah, follow me on Instagram to see nothing and know nothing, because I never post on Instagram. And yeah. Guys, it's late and I'm gone. So I'm gonna go. Thank you again for watching. I don't know how to end this video. Thank you again for watching. And as always, you stay cute. Bye, guys.